Rugby for life, RAGBI.MY.
Hai, Assalamualaikum. Saya Afrin Syauki. Dahulunya bermain posisi prop, nombor 1, loose head. Dan biasa kena tendang kat muka, rebeh bahu, kena pijak. Semua dah kena. Bermain dahulu untuk SMSO Boys, juga untuk pasukan Cobra dan juga untuk ITM Lions. Saya juga bermain untuk Selangor, untuk Sukma. Saya nak ucapkan salam perkenalan kepada RAGBI.MY dan juga semua pemain-pemain rugby di luar sana, dan harapannya adalah kita terus menggahkan lagi rugby di Malaysia ini. Rugby a gentleman's game. Nampak je kasar, tapi sebenarnya kita semua happy-happy semua. Dalam masa PKP pun jangan lupa happy-happy, training ala kadar apa yang boleh buat, dan juga kita tengok rugby apa yang ada. Okey, Assalamualaikum dan tahniah kepada RAGBI.MY, majalah rugby pertama di Malaysia. Assalamualaikum.
Nine is hard.
Good.
10. Yeah, well done. Ada. Good again. Easy pass. Okay, stop. Okay. All right, stop. Well done. What do we just... If you start... Start on the line, forward. Okay? What I would like to see when we start the drill, even when the ball's there. Without looking at them, that we know that... This comment is, one-on-one boys go right. That's right. Holding on there.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Once again, we meet at Kopi O Panas, brought to you by RAGBI.MY and powered by Raga District. Once again, we wish everyone a very warm welcome to our talk show. And for this week, the topic is Facts and Myths of Rugby Academy. And we have a special guest all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our first panel for tonight. Our first guest for tonight is Russell Carlson from Cape Town, South Africa. Please welcome Russell to our show. Hi, Russell.
Hi, did you. Good evening to you.
Hi, good evening to you. Yeah, I understand that in Cape Town it is 3 p.m., 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here by us, the side by us, and then obviously we are 6 hours behind you guys in Malaysia.
Yep. And how are you, Russell?
Well, we still all of us doing good this side. A little bit sun for us after a couple of days of stormy weather, but we're doing good this side.
All right, cool. And thank you very much. And we'd like to say hello to our friends in Cape Town, South Africa. Thank you for joining us here in Kopi O Panas, brought to you by RAGBI.MY and Rugby District. And I would like to welcome also Tamizi or Mizi, the Vice President of KL Saracen. There you are, Mizi.
Hey Bob, how are you, man?
Hi, how are you, man?
Good, not too bad.
All right. Okay. So you're in KL or somewhere else?
Kelana Jaya.
Okay. I mean, still in Malaysia.
Yeah, still in Malaysia. It's snowing here. It's snowing.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Mizi, for joining us tonight. Russell too, Mizi, and yep, none other than our resident panel for the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please give one big round of applause to our Kobao. Right, Kobao, how are you?
I'm good, Bob. How are you?
I'm good.
We look forward for a very constructive conversation, very constructive discussion. Look forward to it. We've got a very good panel over here with us. Thank you guys for being with us tonight, and hopefully we can discuss something that will give big impact to the community.
All right. So this is also a special moment where we can see Kobao live, conversing in English with his Australian accent.
I'm gonna make my English teacher proud.
We're proud already, bro. We're proud already.
Right. Okay. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. That is Russell, Mizi, and also Kobao. Thank you for joining us for our friends in Malaysia and also all the way from Cape Town. Thank you for being with us for today with topic facts and myths of a rugby academy. And for those who have joined our live session, would you like to comment hello or hi or anything? Our friends in Cape Town and also in Malaysia. Well, thank you very much. So allow me to introduce Russell. All the way from Cape Town, South Africa. He started and set up the Métis Rugby Academy for Métis Rugby Club, which is the Stellenbosch University. He is also a founder, member, and the general manager of a Starter Academy, which is a non-profit organization and a jointly building communities or JBC foundation. Well, thank you very much, Russell, for being with us today. And I would also like to introduce Tamizi, or better known as Mizi. He's a vice president of KL Saracen, age just reached 50 years old, but still young, man.
Yeah. Still young, I mean.
Age is just a number.
Yes. So being involved in rugby since 1986. Program started in 2018 for the initial target to bridge and the transition from age grade rugby. Well, thank you very much, guys, for joining us tonight. And indeed, it is a very interesting topic to be discussed. So maybe Kobao would like to start off with something. Kobao?
Okay. First of all, when we talk about how to start up an academy, this is the right person to ask, which is Russell and Tarmizi, because Russell got a lot of experience in setting up an academy, especially back in Cape Town. Maybe we can ask Russell to tell us how he started all this, how the Métis Academy started, and what's the objective and what's the support system that you have in Cape Town during that time. Russell.
Okay, thank you, bro. Let me first say thanks a lot for you guys inviting us to the studio and being a guest on your show. I would also like to thank the sponsors, obviously, of the show for being there for rugby, a sport that we love. And good afternoon to all the people in South Africa. Good evening to the people in Malaysia. As you know, we are different time zones, but obviously sport or rugby is the sport that we like, and that will bring us together where that is concerned. But first, as you said, setting up an academy or how to set up an academy. Sometimes it's just another word in terms of where academy is concerned. But we set up the academy. I had the right people with me, people that weren't afraid to take on the task of setting up an academy. Our objective was, at the end of the day, is that we need to create better people for our community. So you start by your community first, and then you work towards that. If you're going to start the academy and you say, okay, fine, I'm going to do it for your own objective or your own personal gain, forget about it. Because where we are now, in this crisis that we are now, where this pandemic has hit us, you've asked yourself if you have done it for the community or if you have done it for yourself. So if you've done it for yourself, you're lost, you're gone. But if you set up something and you set it up for the community, it's going to be there for years to come. It's going to be forever. But you sometimes have the wrong idea of setting up an academy. But as I said, I had people that were with me, people that weren't afraid to make themselves dirty. I mean dirty, if I mean by putting on their gloves, putting on their boots, and go out there in the community and assist and help wherever help is concerned, where assistance is concerned. We started off the academy, we had nothing. I'm telling you, nothing at all. It's fine if you have a lot of books, you have a lot of papers to read from, you have series, you have all that, but you need to go out there. You need to go out in the field and to do your research. And if we set up an academy, for argument's sake, which we're going to do in Malaysia, it's going to be different than the one in Cape Town in terms of where setting up concern is, because what the mistake is that we make, there's no book to say this is the right way to set up the academy, because you will have different cultures, you will have different regions, you have different rules and regulations where rugby is concerned or setting up academy is concerned. But if you go back and you just take it and you say, okay, fine, this is how we're going to do it, and you set it up in terms of, and if you follow the values of world rugby, you don't need rules and regulations. You can follow that values. You will see, okay, fine, this is how we're going to do this, and this is how we set up the whole academy. So yeah, people, you need normal people. If I mean normal people, your neighbor, whoever the case may be, people that's going to stand with you, people that's not going to be scared, people that's not going to be worried about self-gain, because in rugby nowadays, you get people that are there for their self-gain. So that is how we set up the rugby. And the rest were history. And I mean, it's still history in terms of where that is concerned. Stellenbosch University approached us and said, oh, you know what, set the system up for us. And then we see where we can end up at the end of the day. And I can tell you, we set up a system that will never go down again, never ever in our whole lives. And I mean, we've long gone already with Marty's Rugby Academy, but the two organizations, Starter Academy and JBC Foundation, it is set up so that it interlinks with each other, and then too, we're still affiliated with Marty's Rugby, where we can still feed our youngsters to the university system. Because if you check sport nowadays, university sport, that's the next best thing to. You need strong clubs, you need strong universities, you need strong communities. So for us, it was by setting up or making our communities or creating a platform where you're setting up your community, where it's a strong community at the end of the day, a strong platform where you can say, okay, fine, we can send our children there. We set up a rugby academy, but I can tell you, other sporting codes, they also came to us and also said, okay, fine, this is what we do. And at the end, if I see my players at the end of the day and they pass me and they said, okay, fine, this, and I see him or her as a good person, I've achieved my goal at the end of the day. That is how we set it up.
Okay,
Oh my
Russell.
God.
For those who don't know, Russell and Marty's Academy came to Malaysia for the first time. It was in 2003.
2005.
2005 until 2009. 5 years in a row.
5 years in a row.
2005 they came. They participated in NS Royal Sevens, and then they won the competition 5 years in a row. They beat our sports school, Sekolah Sukan Bukit Jalil, and also SSGMI. So
Okay.
the interesting part is how Russell can pick up those kids from the streets, give them education, and ask them to play rugby, and then they perform. That's the most interesting part. Now let's ask Mizi
Yeah.
how KSRC started, and maybe what's the challenge for an academy to survive in Malaysia.
Yeah, I believe that there'll be a different scenario between South Africa and also Malaysia. So maybe Mizi would add up on that. Mizi?
Okay, thank you very much, RAGBI.MY, for inviting me. Okay, as you know that KL Saracen is a grassroots club, right? We have players from the age of 5 and it continues to play rugby. We follow the philosophy of World Rugby, which is we want the players to try, test, stay, and lastly to contribute back. Okay, the academy started in 2018, where we found out that all of our grassroots players, right, especially after Form 5 or after 16 years old, they just went away, right? At that point of time, we have produced a lot of players who has played in international levels. We've got players who have played for the Philippines. We've got players who have played for in Japanese top league, and in Scotland under 19, US under 18. Right, we've got and Canada under 19. So right, in order for us to make them continue, we must have a platform to bridge between junior rugby and senior rugby. So it started in 2018, right? Also, right, if you know, for grassroots rugby, right, it always starts with the parents. Yeah, for the first age, say for the age of 5 to say under 13, right? It's always parents driven, right? But after 13, right, we must develop them to be self-driven. From there on, right, and they can go further. And we develop the love of the game. That's how we want them to be, right? As Rafa said just now, it's all about creating community and creating better people. Rugby is a great tool. It's a damn great tool where you can build human being. So that's what we want to do. Because right, what is the most important thing is what's next after the academy. How do you survive in the real world? Right? It's about hard work, dedication, sacrifice, and all things. Those are the values that we want to put in. We hope to put in. As again, our academy is not the academy per se where you have a lot of infrastructure things, right? So what we have a philosophy, and we want to create culture, right? The culture of working hard, culture of planning, culture of humility, culture of honesty. So those are the culture. It's a mindset. So what it was, we tried to impart with them all these values. So hopefully, right, we get at least 20% out of them who contribute to the sport and to the community. That's the main target. Yeah.
Right, Mizi. Okay, all right. That is kind of explanation. All right. So, what is the most obstacle that you face, Russell? If you might share with us, what is the most obstacle that you face during your early days of starting up a rugby academy?
Obviously, your first, I mean, as Tramizi said, to the love of the game. You need commitment, and then obviously economically, it plays a big role in anything to set up something. But that shouldn't be your primary, economically, shouldn't be your primary objective, because that is where sometimes we get it wrong. So if we can create or develop the love for the game, for the parents can play a massive role in terms of where the success of the academies is concerned, or the success of where rugby is concerned. If the parent don't send their children to the rugby field or to the practice field, you're lost. Because any project if there's no community involvement, forget about it. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. So that is what we need. We need community involvement. So if you have that community involvement, obviously it's going to grow. And then obviously you need a system, because you can set up everything. So where is that system going to? Where is the players going to filter in? So that is what we need to look at and say, fine, you know what? This is what we're going to do and this is how we're going to do it.
Okay, all right. So currently, how many trainees that you have in your academy, Russell?
Okay, what we did, we set it up as a community-based thing in our team. So whereby you have a lot of coaches in different areas. So because obviously you can't stick to one lot of coaches, because you need to create more opportunities, because everywhere and every time we go to different areas, there will be people, but you won't be everywhere. So it's going to be impossible for you as a person or as an organization to be everywhere. Say, okay, this is what you do. So what we do is that we have your core group of coaches. Then what happened now, the system, not the whole full circle, but we have our ex-players, academy alumni. They are in the system now. So you will see, and then people always get it confused. Why Starter Academy? Why JBC? The system is set up like this. So Starter Academy, all the ex-players will go into that system now, right? They will run it. We will oversee it. We will manage it for them. JBC Foundation, we will do your normal community work. So you'll see what we did with Starter Academy. We lifted up, we pulled it back. So Starter Academy will be responsible for your further growth, if I may say so, because you need a system, because you can't do everything only on grassroots level, because then we're going to be stuck there. So we need to have a system, okay, fine. And that's why we set it up like that. But that system is working for us here. I don't say it's going to work in Malaysia, but we're not going to be afraid in terms of where that is concerned. So we will start with him at JBC Foundation. We'll get everything right, grassroots level, whatever the case may be. They will filter into the Starter Academy system, which by the end of the year, or whatever the case may be, they will take over everything. It's going to be tours, it's going to be exchange programs, it's going to be player exchange, manager exchange. Everything will go via that system, while your JBC Foundation will do your grassroots level and all that. So that is how we set it up. And then obviously Starter Academy will be the one responsible for getting them further into your universities and that. So yeah, so that is the system that we do it. So each one have different coaches and that too.
All right, cool. And I understand, Kobau, you have been to Cape Town to be in the academy, Kobau?
Yeah. I've been to Stellenbosch University. They got a very impressive facilities. There's 9 grounds. There's hostel, everything. You name it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Stellenbosch University, the biggest rugby club in the world. Sometimes they have more players than countries or a union. Plus minus 4,000 registered players per season. There's 9 different rugby fields, and they have the ability to play every single day. Besides, let's say 6 days a week, they can play rugby. I mean, where competition is concerned, and 5 of those days is just the hostels, so they will play from Monday to Friday, and that is just hostel rugby that will be playing at Stellenbosch University.
All right, cool. Right. Just before that, I would like to say thank you to those who just joined us in this live session of RAGBI.MY Kopi O Panas. And this session is brought to you by Rugby District. And not forget our sponsor for beverage for tonight. That is Nota Kopi. If you can show, yes, Nota Kopi. Thank you very much for sponsoring our beverage for tonight. If you can zoom in, can we get the camera to zoom in on my hands? We are holding a coffee. Yes, there you are. There is a Nota Kopi with their black coffee and also their kopi santai, they call it. Thank you very much for being our sponsor for tonight. And don't forget, at 9:30 p.m. there will be a special segment with our sponsor, with Rugby District, and there will be a quiz where you can win a special prize sponsored by Rugby District shortly. And we'll come back to Mizi. Mizi, can you explain how's the parents like in Malaysia of sending their kids to the academy? What is the expectation? What is their demand? What is their anything you like to share with us?
Okay. That usually the academy starts at the age of 17, 18, 19, right?
Okay.
So it's no longer parent-based, parent-driven kind of thing, right?
Okay.
So what we hope that for their love of the game, right, they would be able to self-driven. This is what we learned from our experiences with the academy in New Zealand, right? Most of our boys goes to Inside Running Academy in New Zealand. So we even brought them back to Malaysia a couple of times, right? And also we also work with Saracens UK to have our boys to be selected, to be given an opportunity for them to compete in Saracens Academy. All right. So what we learned from that, and also it just confirmed it with JBC, right? What is required by the boys? One, it is just the attitude, right? How hard are you willing to work? Right. It's you can't replace that. It's all about attitude. If you have those attitude, right? If you have those attitude, like the world is your oyster, right? Nothing can stop you. That is what we want. That's what we want to have. Right, that's what we want to achieve. You can have all the knowledge as Russell said earlier. You can have a knowledge on Facebook, on Google, on every book, right? But what we want to develop in the academy is the right attitude. Right. If you do not have that attitude, or you do not have the desire to be the best, or to be to self-improve, right? Then academy is just waste of money.
Yeah.
Maybe Mizi can explain from the pictures that we saw just now. Actually, we had our first exchange program in February, correct?
Yep, in February. Yeah.
In February, it was Imran.
Yeah, Imran.
From KL Saracen. He went to Cape Town.
Yep, Cape Town.
To JBC Foundation to start the academy to learn about rugby, and it's supposed to be for 6 months.
Yep.
And then the COVID hit us. So maybe you can share with us how KL Saracens and JBC Foundation make this possible.
Okay, you said it earlier, right? The relationship between me, Kobau, and Russell has gone long way, right? We met in Cape Town, right? And in 2018, when Russell came, right, we chat. We just have a chat saying that, hey, why not we do some exchange program where we send some of our boys here to learn rugby. Not to learn rugby, not so much about learning rugby. It's having the right attitude, learning the right attitude.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first year we selected, we were supposed to send four players, but then we had to cancel due to the elections in South Africa, right? So this year 2020, we also supposed to send around five players, right? But then due to some problems, 4 couldn't make it, right? So only 1. The other 4 was supposed to be in South Africa for 3 months, and Imran was supposed to be there for 6 months. So Imran went alone. So he flew to Cape Town in February, right? Russell picked him up, brought him to watch Stormers. First time watching in Newlands. Well, the comment, right? That's a great stadium, man. Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, and then they drove 2 hours, right? 2 hours to Ashton. Yeah, so he stayed in Ashton, played with the local club. He started with playing in the B teams, reserve B team, started B team, broke to the first team, right? So that's the thing. Then COVID hit, so he had to isolate himself, right? It's quite difficult. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's you're being
Yes.
isolated in a dormitory. He stayed in a dormitory all alone because all the other students went back home, so he had to stay
Yep.
in the dormitory alone for 1 month.
Okay. All right. Busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is going to be the peak of our forum tonight. The faint-hearted is the keyword, man. So yeah, faint-hearted is the keyword. But can we get back to the keyword faint-hearted just right after this? Because
Sure.
it's now, yeah, we are going for a sponsor segment. All right, we shall take a break for about 5 minutes. Then we'll come back and continue with your keyword, not for faint-hearted.
I say it's not for faint-hearted.
Right, Russell? Yes, yes. I know Russell also want to say something about that. So we shall take a break about 5 minutes, and we give way to our sponsor, Rugby District, and we shall come back and discuss on that matter after this. Right. So we shall take a break about 5 minutes, but stay tuned because you will get a chance to win a special merchandise or special prize from our sponsor tonight, Rugby District. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our sponsor for tonight, Rugby District. Halo, Assalamualaikum.
Hello, Waalaikumsalam.
Okey, apa khabar?
Baik, Alhamdulillah.
Okey, terima kasih Rugby District selaku penaja Kopi O Panas pada malam ini. Jadi dalam masa rehat yang sedikit ni, kita berikan ruang kepada Rugby District untuk sama-sama menghebahkan ataupun mewar-warkan apakah yang terkini, apakah yang terbaru atau apakah promosi yang ditawarkan oleh Rugby District. Seperti baju yang saya pakai ni. Terima kasih Rugby District. Okey, teruskan.
Okey,
Silakan.
Assalamualaikum. Selamat sejahtera semua. Saya Syahir daripada Rugby District. Okey, malam ni sempena dijemput kan daripada program sembang daripada RAGBI.MY ni. Okey. Malam ni kita nak bagi promosi. Kita ada macam-macam promosi hari ni. Antaranya, okey, pemenang bertuah akan memenangi bucket hat daripada Rugby District. Bucket hat daripada Rugby District ataupun baseball hat daripada Rugby District. Okay, pemenang nanti boleh pilih hadiah ni. Okay, kita Rugby District ni base kita dekat Seremban Negeri Sembilan sekarang. Kita dah buka kita punya kedai baru macam yang korang boleh nampak. Kedai kita dekat Senawang. In case kalau korang nak datang untuk buat apa-apa tempahan ke, nak tengok material ke apa ke, kita punya kedai ada dekat Senawang ni. Just Waste Galeri Muslim ataupun rugbydistrict.co dekat Google Maps memang dah ada. So korang akan automatik sampai dekat sini lah. Okay. Kita malam ni kita nak bagi promosi untuk siapa atau mana-mana tim kelab. Tak kisahlah kalau kelab sekolah ke, kelab rugby ke ataupun grassroots ke. Okay, kita nak buat promosi malam ni. Setiap pembelian 25 set yang berharga 160, untuk 25 set tu akan total amount dia 4,000 ringgit, akan dapat kita punya heating pad yang bernilai 400 ringgit secara percuma. Heating pad kita orang akan launch insyaAllah bulan depan. So sesiapa yang buat pembelian berharga RM4,000 dan ke atas akan dapat heating pad berharga 400 secara percuma. So sesiapa yang nak tu boleh PM dekat page kita rugbydistrict.co ataupun boleh PM dekat kita punya Facebook personal atau KRD. Dekat situ ada dia punya, nanti Adib dia akan reply. So mana-mana tim yang membuat tempahan tu akan dapat heating pad yang bernilai RM400. Promosi tu valid sehingga 1 Ogos 2020. Kita bagi tu sempena sekolah semua dah boleh buka balik kan. So kita akan bagi promosi ni lah. So dekat sini kita nak bagi tahu yang kita punya produk semua sekali yang untuk tempahan sebelum PKP semua dah siap. Also customer mana-mana yang nak ambil barang dia boleh contact kita orang. So in case kalau korang tak tahu, kita sekarang ni ada macam-macam material untuk baju sublimation. Untuk baju sublimation kita ada macam-macam material ikut spek yang korang nak. So nanti dalam next week ataupun next 2 weeks akan launch kita punya Malaysia 15 punya sleeveless, basketball sleeveless. Nanti kepada kolektor-kolektor yang selalu membeli dengan kami, cepat-cepatlah grab sebab kita akan buat limited quantity hanya 100 pieces sahaja. So kalau korang cepat memang dapat grab lah, kalau lambat macam biasa lah. Kalau lambat confirm sold out guys. Lepas tu jangan lupa beli baju KL Saracen. Setiap pembelian yang korang beli baju KL Saracen yang macam abang bawa pakai tu akan dapat akan menyumbang kepada klub KL Saracen sendiri. So setiap pembelian tu ada certain amount dia kita akan bagi balik kepada KL Saracen untuk dia punya grassroots development. So setiap pembelian korang tu dapatlah membantu grassroots development. Sebab KL Saracen dia buat training semua secara percuma. So dari situ dia akan dapat dana. So lagi banyak korang beli baju dengan kita orang, lagi banyak dana dia akan dapat. Sebab kita memang official sponsor KL Saracen. Kita sponsor dia punya jersey, dia punya training kit untuk setakat ni lah. Kita punya kolaborasi kontrak selama 3 tahun, mungkin extend, depends lah kepada Abang Kabau sendiri kan. Nanti akan ada lah perbincangan dia. So mana-mana club yang nak buat jersey ataupun nak buat training t-shirt ataupun training sleeveless, boleh contact kita orang. InsyaAllah harga kalau banyak boleh nego lah macam biasa kan. So tak ada masalah. Kita in term of price pun tak fix. Janji kalau korang buat banyak boleh dapat free gift. Contohnya selalu free gift yang kita bagi, design dah confirm percuma. Dapat kalau banyak boleh dapat bola training, boleh dapat flag percuma. Just contact kita orang untuk dapatkan promosi-promosi yang sangat berbaloi. Kalau korang tak grab memang rugi. Okay, so sekarang ni saya nak bagi giveaway untuk dekat dalam segmen ni. Okay guys, yang ni giveaway ni hanya dekat dalam live ni sahaja. Promosi ni ada dekat dalam live ni sahaja. Sembang Kopi O Panas punya live sahaja. Okay. Kita nak bagi giveaway cap ni sebanyak 3 pasang. 3 pieces baseball hat ni untuk korang dan 3 pieces bucket hat ni untuk korang. Okay.
Alright. So apa lagi sekali, bucket hat dengan?
Bucket hat dan baseball hat. 3 pieces each kita nak bagi percuma dekat malam ni. So sesiapa yang bertuah tu akan dapat 3, akan dapat lah. So kita akan ada 6 pemenang malam ni.
Okay. So 6 pemenang. Adakah itu berdasarkan quiz yang akan kita bagi sekejap lagi? Atau macam mana?
Ya.
Okay, so kita akan bagikan quiz sebentar lagi dan Raga District akan pilih 6 pemenang bertuah untuk menerima barangan yang ditaja pada malam ini. Right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are now in Kopi O Panas, live with us at RAGBI.MY, sponsored by Raga District tonight. So we have just with the Shahid just now from Raga District to explain on their current promotion and also prizes to be won for our lucky viewers tonight. So can we show us the quiz question for tonight? Can we get what is the name of Russell's first rugby academy in Cape Town? What is the name of Russell's first rugby academy in Cape Town? Ataupun dalam bahasa Melayunya, apakah nama rugby academy pertama Russell di Cape Town? So for those who want to win a special prizes from Raga District, please put your answer at the comment section. And 6 lucky winners will be selected by Raga District after this. So what is the name of Russell's first rugby academy in Cape Town? Put on your answer in the comment section and 6 lucky winner will be selected by Raga District. Well, thank you very much, Raga District, for being our sponsor tonight. So can we bring back Russell, Mizi, and also Kobal to the show? Yes. So Russell, you good?
All good,
Right,
all good,
Mizi,
all good.
Mizi good, Kobal also
Yeah,
good. All right. Just one question, Russell. How's the weather like in Cape Town right now?
Right now, sunshine.
Yeah.
As I said, the sun is shining, so it's not too cold for us for this couple of days. So yeah, so it's
All right.
nice weather for us. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that gonna be a winter season coming, or is it now?
We are in our winter season in
Okay.
terms of where seasons is concerned. So it's going to be
Alright.
winter for a couple of months for us, say until June side, and then from there we will go into spring, and hopefully we will have better weather. And by that time we have maybe win the war against your
Alright.
COVID-19 too. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Russell. So we have Denzel, Jason on the screen. Yes, COVID-19 hit us, but it was nice to have Imran here by the Star Academy JBC. Russell, you rock. So Russell, can you comment on that?
No, man. No, that's only one person.
Can I say something about Denzel?
Yeah, that's only one person, right?
Yeah, Denzel has been amazing.
Yeah, I have a team. Seriously, I have a team. So
Denzel has been amazing. He stayed with Imran the whole period, right?
Okay.
He took care of him, right? In hard times, in good times, right? He's the mentor.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, again, as I said from the beginning, when we started off with our first academy, we set
What
up,
is your first academy?
we set up the Basis Academy first, and from there onwards we moved to the Starter Academy and then JBC. So first we set up the multi academies. That was my first academy, right? Then
So Metis Academy is your first academy. Okay, cool. Go on.
Starter Academy and then JBC. So that is the three that we set up. And again, as I said, for them, yes, definitely we must take our hats off because it weren't easy. And as Lizzie mentioned too, it's not for the faint-hearted, because just remember, you are not in your own country. We didn't prepare. We were hit by COVID. Nobody in the world knew about it. So we had to adapt and change immediately. So there was one significant thing, again, as I said, and then I spoke to Imran one day, and I wanted to assure him or to comfort him and tell him, you know what, I can do nothing. And his answer to me was, Russell, don't worry. The Lord have better plans. God have better plans for us. It's not. And by that, I knew, you know what? It came from his parents. You had to have a good structure. It's not for the faint-hearted. And he was set up that way. So then I knew, you know what we are doing, it's the right. I just wanted that one. Irrespective of playing rugby, it's difficult to play, it's difficult to train under conditions that you are. But what he gave us that time, for we as the executive parents to realize, okay, fine, this is what you need. Again, as I said, we had Denzel there. Then you have to have a good structure, people that's behind you. Seriously, that's not to the back of. Where to filter them in? Obviously, a great guy told me once when he sent his son to me, he said to me, you know what? In our culture, I'm sending my son to you, but I'm sending the stick also with. And
we have that one. Yeah,
and
we have that one.
And who is the great guy, by the way?
A great legend of this rugby game, amazing. But he trusted us because you need to trust each other. Seriously, you need to trust each other if you have an exchange program, because you're sending your child kilometers and kilometers away. You don't know. So that is what. But can you see how sport has brought us together in terms of where that is concerned? Again, as I said, I have a very strong executive. I have members that are with me. I can safely say, I seriously say that if they tell or I tell them, you know what, we're going through this whole, and then we go through. That was my past executive were the same, the present, the current ones. They are really, really strong. Then you have people like the two greats of the rugby game, Cabal and Tramizi. It's actually for us a privilege to, because both of them played on the highest level in terms of where rugby is concerned for their country. So what do I want? I've got them there. I can use their experience too, because obviously we need that. We need to exchange to each other and say, okay, fine, this is what we're going to do. Then by that too, you need to have a strong family. I do have a strong family that really support me. You have to have strong children. You have to have a strong wife to say, okay, fine, this is what you're going to do. And sometimes you will see too, there's nothing in front of you, or it seems like you're never going to reach your thingy, but you need to go on. You will get people. You open up, just do. This is what's going to happen now, right? We started this exchange program. There's going to be people that also going to exchange now next to us because they also want to exchange. We're not going to support each other because that is, I don't know why human nature is like that. You start the academy, they also want to start the academy right on top of you. But for us, that's fine. Because then I know we did also achieve our goal because there's going to be more opportunities for our children. So let's start the academy. And you start the academy, so it's fine. It's not a problem. I'm going to tell you, people's going to phone you, no, man. Rather come to us and do the exchange program with us. I mean, then it's fine. There's going to be opportunities for our people. There's going to be more opportunities, and that is what you want at the end of the day. So you need to have that. People is not going to be happy for you if you open up something successful, because then it's something successful via, you see. But it's fine. As I said, the more we do it and the more people we can get together, support system, support structure, then it's going to work. It can work anyway, but you need resources. So you need people that know the local game. There you can hear Tramizi, he knows. Cabal also, they know the story. So that is what you need. You can't just come and say, okay, fine, this is what they're going to do. I bring my stuff out of Cape Town and bang. It's not going to work, man. You need to know the people there.
Yeah, it's not
all right. Thank you very much, Russell. So we came back to Kobau. I understand that you brought a team from Cape Town to join a local tournament back in 2005, 2003, 2005, something?
Yeah.
Right.
So
how do you... Yeah.
What's the question, Bob?
So how do you find the players or the trainees from Cape Town? How do they perform during the tournament compared to our local boys?
Okay, my first job was to be their liaison officer. Okay. But then I become their big brother. I become part of the family. Yeah. So what I learned from there, these kids, they are not pampered kids like most of us. What we have here in Malaysia. These kids are strong kids, but before they know rugby, they were on the street. And they got some serious social problem, you know. Then Russell and the team collect them, put them together, give them education, train them to play rugby, and they start listen to instruction. They started listen to instructions. And then when they start listen to instruction, then it's easier for the coaches or for managers to coach them to play rugby, and then they perform. And even when they having the training, if the coach say you have to run 100%, I watch how they train. They're not training like us in Malaysia train. After maybe 1 hour, the intensity will be going down. But how they train, they maintain the intensity of the training until 2 hours, 3 hours. That's one time I watched you guys train for 6 hours, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was 6 hours because they didn't do something right in Cape Town. So I told myself, you know what? I'm going to get you in Malaysia, because in Malaysia, I do have time. So yeah, I was like, I got my hours back. I think they were 5 minutes late or something like that. So yeah, I got it back in hours.
Yeah, I think we can't do that here in Malaysia, because if you do that, you will end up in a court or something like that. The parents will go to sue you or something like that. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe not. So this is the thing that we have to learn from them. So what do you think, Mizi? How do you see this scenario?
The keyword is not for the faint-hearted.
Yeah,
Like me.
yeah. Everybody talks about when you watch, you watch the Instagram, you watch the Facebook, you watch the interview. Say, I want to be a professional rugby player. I want to play in Japan. Yeah. But it is not easy. It is not easy. It's hard. Right. Sacrifices have to be made. Right. Patience, desire. It has to be done. Right. So where it all has to come from the heart. It's how bad you want it, how hard you're willing to work, how hard you're willing to make the sacrifices. Right. Then that is where the academy provides the solution. We only provide tools. Same as Russell. We can help them to a certain degree. Correct, Russell? Right.
Right.
Then it's up to them to achieve the goals they want.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as Tramizi, sorry, Tramizi, as Tramizi said, you can give them everything, but it's still up to them. They still need to take it further. Yeah.
Let's look at. So what Russell said. Let's go back what Russell said just now. It's about building community. The more people play rugby, the more we have options. Right. Rugby is not an elite sport. If you look like what Russell said just now, right, it's about building community. Right? Rugby is not an elite sport. It is not for certain people only. It's a game for all sizes, all race, all religion, no matter what. It has to be that way. That is why countries like South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, that's where they strive. Because rugby is open. There's a picture of the gym that Imran goes to. Right.
Yeah. Can you see the picture again? The gym. Is that the one that you are referring?
Yeah. There's a story behind this. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Okay. If we can show to the audience the gym, boleh kita tunjukkan gambar gym yang tadi tu.
When we talk about academy, right? People talk about the infrastructure. We have world-class gym, world-class sports science facility, world-class coaches, right? This is a gym, a backyard gym in South Africa, who just won the Rugby World Cup.
Oh man!
This is the sort of place where Siya Kolisi was started. Nizam Khan started. Charleston Colby started. This is where.
Oh man!
It is not about facility.
Yeah, we are thought of air-conditioned gym or something.
No.
Oh man!
We have the wrong thinking.
Everybody talks about Fiji. How did Fiji win? Fiji, they do not have the people that they only use what? They run in the paddy fields. You see there's a lot of videos, right? So in conclusion, right? My conclusion is that you got to grow the sport from below, get the right attitude, right? Then we'll grow from there. Build the community.
So it is not because of the facilities, but it is based on your attitude. Then
it's part. It's part. But you look at this gym. If the story that Imran came back, right, when the best story that he told was about Siya Kolisi.
Okay.
About his childhood, how hard he had to, how he was when he was before playing rugby, and he became a great captain. Led the country to the World Cup finals and won.
Yeah, the Springboks.
Yeah. All right. And what do you do? Right? It's amazing. It's not easy, and it's not. But it's possible.
Yeah.
It is possible.
So
as Tramizi said, it is possible. Again, as I said, we must just sit and come together and say, you know what, this is what we're going to do, and take it from there. Obviously, try to get people involved, from your parents straight up to your administration, straight to your governments and all that, different departments, and say, you know what, this is what we can do. This is what we're going to put forward for our communities. Because we're not going to be there forever. But what we can do, we can leave a system behind that we know, you know what, it's going to be forever. Because when I started off at Marty's Academy, they've asked me, what are you going to do, right? And when I spoke to the director of sport, he gave me an open hand. He gave me all the opportunity. I could have done whatever I wanted to do. I didn't have to report back to anyone. So we were sitting and we were thinking, okay, fine, what we're going to do? How are we going to develop people, and what's the story that we're going to do? And he told me, we came up with the conclusion, you know what? If we're going to develop people, it's going to be forever.
Yeah.
If you're going to develop players, it's going to be for a certain time, because that player can only play until a certain time. So you have, if you want to work for 20 years, then plant a tree. A tree is going to take 20 years to grow. But if you're going to develop communities, forever, bro, forever and ever.
Forever. Yeah.
All right, if we can, if we can bring on Rostam Effendi Sijar's comment on our live comment. Yes, Mustang 7 tested a start academy in 2018. It was an eye opener for us. We used to be chased by the opponents back then, but that night we are chasing shadows. Oh my god!
Hey, you want to know the secret? You want to know the secret? How they do this?
Yes, please share.
Working hard, bro. You run the hill. There's hills. You run the hill every day.
Oh man! All right. Okay.
It's running and running and running. Hills, time after time after time after time. That's how they do it. There's no magical stuff.
Yeah, it's simple. Yeah,
that is a huge gap between South African and Malaysian players, maybe.
Yeah, but obviously, as I think, as all of us sit here, all of us do have.
Yeah, please, Russell.
So we can take it to the next level if we have the passion to do it, and I think there is people that want to do it. So. We've started already with some initiative, so we just need to take it forward. As I said, the steps are there. Everybody have their steps in place and say, you know what, this is what we're going to do. Sorry, Rustam, my friend, we had to run that night. Next time around, we're not going to run so a lot. It would have been this, then we would have, but obviously COVID changes everything. So we're going to see what we're going to do. Also, we do have a great relationship with that institution too. But next time, we're not going to run a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to run a lot. So, yeah.
Also, Russell, we've already selected 5 of our players, right? They will be, hopefully, they're going to finish the exams in February, I think. Yeah. So, by March, we have finalized everything. We learned the lesson. Right? We informed the parents a year earlier, right? That we're going to send them, right? So the objective is simple. When they come back, they'll transfer the knowledge.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as I said,
and they inspire the kids. It's inspire the small brothers, the small brothers, the sisters. Yeah, that's it. It's inspiring each other, right? You transfer the knowledge.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We also, from our side, we slightly maybe just going to change it slightly, whereby we say, okay, fine, you know what? Maybe we're going to send 1 or 2 coaches.
Yeah, we want.
With our exchange program, and then obviously players, whereby it can be senior players that can fit into the system, because obviously we need them to share the idea there, that side, and coming back with that knowledge that they gain in Malaysia. So yeah, we're busy with that, but I can definitely tell you that. Jason is one of them.
Yeah,
he will definitely come. And then obviously there is maybe 1 or 2 other players that I really know that deserves it to go. So yeah, but obviously we will finalize that where that is concerned.
Bob and Kabau, you see that? The end game for the academy, right? The end game, our end game. Just revert back. The end game for the academy is for the boys, right? To keep on playing, right? Because I think we have a trend now where they're 23 years old, you retire.
Yeah.
Right?
Very young age.
Yeah, we do not want that to happen. We want the players to keep on playing until the age of 30, then they play veterans, then they come back to contribute to the club. Right. But our end game, right? What we want at the end of the day, we want to bring a foreign coach, an international coach, right? Who will be able to change the mindset to impart the knowledge, right? But before that, the prerequisite is for our players, our academy, to have the right attitude, because it will be a waste for bringing a coaches as caliber as Denzel, right? To a system which is not ready.
Must be ready.
We must be ready. So if we have the right attitude, the boys know what their responsibility are, right? As Kobal said, Kobal asked me whether we can chase our boys to do 6 hours training. You and me will end up in jail, bro. So what we can do, right? For Saracens, we train once a week. But what we do, we try to develop the attitude of you got to prep, right? We teach them. We teach them. We impart them knowledge how to prep from Monday to Friday. We teach them what sort of work we got to do, right? If you have a prop, do squat, right? If you're
run.
Yeah, you run. You do your squats. You do your bench presses. Yeah. You don't do other things, right? You do what you are supposed to do. What's your responsibility? So by the end of the day, on each Saturday, each game day, you're able to do your job.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. You can't have a prop who idolizes Dan Carter. Right? You can't have a prop who doesn't squat.
Yes.
That's what we try to teach in the academy, right? This is your position, work your position, understand your position, know your responsibility, do your job. That's what we are all about. Where we might not be, we'll get there. We have a 5 years plan.
That's it. We'll get there. We'll get there, bro. We'll get definitely.
Right. Okay, Mizzy and Russell, the time is now. We are already reaching 1 hour on air. Right. The time is now 10 p.m. in Kuala Lumpur and 4 o'clock in Cape Town, South Africa. So we still give a few more minutes for our viewers to answer the question and get a chance to win special prizes from our sponsor tonight, Rugby District. So we still can have like about 5 minutes extra time for our viewers to join us and to answer the quiz. Or maybe we can put back the question on the screen for last minute, for last tryout from our viewers. Boleh pancarkan soalan quiz. Ko Ain? Right, can we get the question on the screen? Or the question was like, what is Russell First Rugby Academy in Cape Town? Yes, what is the name of Russell First Rugby Academy in Cape Town? So 6 lucky winners will be selected by Rugby District. And you will get the special merchandise by Rugby District. So we have another 5 more minutes before we can announce the winner after this. But we come back to Kobal. Kobal, what can you foresee the cooperation or the collaboration between Sata Academy and with the academy in Malaysia or KL Saracen or any academy?
As you can see now, Bob, with their collaboration, Russell and Tarmizi, they make our job easier for this segment, for this show. Let's talk. They do the talking. So I think if we continue this collaboration, if we do this collaboration for a long-term period of time, I think it will benefits the union. We will produce more good players with good attitude. That's what we want.
Yeah,
a player with attitude, not just a player.
Winning mentality, you know.
Yes, with winning mentality. Some players they just play just to play rugby, but some players they play to win. And if they want to win, they will work themselves. They will put effort 200%. And before we conclude this session, here comes the $1 million questions, and I want to ask Russell these questions. So you've been in Malaysia for for quite some times, since 2005, and then you come back again 2018. So what are the differences that you see between Malaysia and South Africa in terms of the rugby scenario? Is there any possibility for us to be a good rugby rugby country like South Africa? And what are the support system do we need to be like you guys?
Definitely there is. You know what? I believe in Malaysia in terms of, and I will always tell you, listen, yeah, that is my second home, that is my second country in terms of, but it is, if I take it, the infrastructure that you guys have, and the picture that you saw of our gym, there's some gyms there in Malaysia that are 10 times, 100 times better than that. But it's not about that, as we mentioned. We can do it. Obviously, the world must now also stand together and say, you know what, let's collaborate. And this is how we can take it forward. Because, again, as I said, I have all the knowledge, so am I going to keep it to myself? It's not going to work. One day I'm not going to be there, and then what about the knowledge? But, Kabau, I think there is opportunity for Malaysia to grow, to see them on the next stage or the next level in terms of where rugby is concerned. We that have the necessary expertise, we must just sit together and say, you know what, this is what we're going to do. Put it out there. Get the commitments of the parents first, players, infrastructure. We can fight about that afterwards. If not, there's a lot of fields in Malaysia that we can do. We can use that field there at Spring Alice where KL Saracens is, and then just flood that. But there is, you see, so there is opportunity for us to let the game grow, because we mustn't go one day back and say, you know what, I was supposed to do that. Then it's too late. Because obviously every night, every night when you go to bed and you go to sleep and you tell yourself, you know what, I did this little bit for my community. And at the end, it's going to be kilometers and kilometers that you have done for the community at the end of the day to set up something. Just another thing. Don't let Coco win the prize now, the producer. If Coco going to win, they're going to say, because we are colluding. So Coco is automatically out with the prize and his answers, Rustam. So, yeah. So, as I said...
It's the bane of our problem.
So, as I said, we can. We've started already with Ramizi then. And obviously, Kabau, you know our relationships go way back where this exchange is concerned. And we can take it to the next level. I believe we can take it to the next level. We just need people that's going to believe us, that's going to back us, systems or executives that's going to stand there with us, that's not going to run away, because obviously days is going to look dark, and then what you're going to do? Run away? You can't. Because that's the time that you must stand. Again, as I said, set up the first Marty Academy, and I'm gone long from there, but people are still talking about it. So that is what we want to set up at the end of the day. Get a foundation right, get the attitude right, get the mindset right, and then we can take it from there.
All right. Thank you very much, Russell. And we just we heard it. For Russell, he told us the answers of the question so many times. So.
Oh, did I?
We hope that our lucky winners, we'll get the prize. We'll get the answers right, and we'll win the prizes from our sponsor tonight, Raga District. So maybe last few words from Kobau before we end.
So first of all, I would like to say thank you very much for both of our guests tonight, Russell, all the way from Cape Town. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate your thoughts on this discussion. It's a great learning curve for us, and I hope that the collaboration is not going to stop here. It's going to continue until the next 10, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, maybe. We don't know. We still hope for the best for our rugby scenario to grow to be a great rugby nation like South Africa or other countries. And also big thanks to my brother Tarmizi for sharing the experience in managing KL Saracens, dealing with the parents. Sometimes dealing with the parents are harder than dealing with the kids. So good luck to you, Mizi. And I really hope that KL Saracen will still be there in Malaysia rugby scenario for years to come. And Bob, thank you very much to you. Hopefully you can sleep after you drink that coffee.
That's a great coffee, man. Thank you very much for the coffee
Yeah.
Right.
Again,
And also to Raga District, with the KL Saracen shirt. Yes. And also the one that Russell wearing all the way from Cape Town, man, with our own Bunga Raya, the hibiscus on your left chest. Thank you very much. Yes. And we can see a Malaysian flag. Is there any Malaysian flag? Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Russell. You've been a big brother to us. Thank you so much, Mizi. And not forget Kopi. And can we show the result or the winners, the lucky winners for tonight? Yeah, that is the answer. Mantis Rugby Academy. And the winners are, can we get the list of the winners? Yes, there you are. The winners: Abdul Khalum Khan, Lee Augustus, Gerald Demel, Sasha Zainuddin, Muhammad Aminuddin, and Michael Shinesu. Yes, congratulations, guys. Thank you very much. Yes, you'll bring home the Raga District sponsored item. Once again, thank you very much, Raga District. Thank you very much, Raga District, for being a sponsor for us tonight. Thank you, Tamizi. And all the way from Cape Town, Russell, and our friends in Cape Town, thank you very much. We hope for further collaborations and friendship, or any collaboration, the cooperation is much welcome in the future. So when things get better, Russell, maybe you can come back to KL and meet
definitely
and
I
Kopi.
I must come. When things are better, I will come. Don't worry.
Yes. I was about to ask, what is your favorite Malaysian dishes, Russell? Is it nasi lemak or roti canai or curry puff or
roti telur?
Yeah, most roti. Yeah, that is the thing that we go for. Yeah. So so not a problem.
Okay. All right. So I think that's all about it. It's 10:16 p.m. in Kuala Lumpur, and Cape Town is about 4:15 or 4:17 p.m. in Cape Town. Well, thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Russell, once again, and thank you
Thanks a lot to you guys
in Cape Town for joining us. Yeah. Thank you, Mizi. Such a great conversation with a great guy. Thank you, Kopi, and thank you, everyone. So that's all about it. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you again next week, same time at Kopi O Panas, brought to you by RAGBI.MY. With that, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.